Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Veronica and today I decided to continue my Newcrest project because it's been a while. The last build I did for my Newcrest project was my vet clinic that is right next door from this build we are doing today. And today we are making a dog park. And I just thought that I literally already need to finish this neighborhood I was working on, and that is like my third neighborhood, or maybe a family friendly neighborhood, because in here we have a couple of starter homes, in here we have a 40K house, and also in here I decided to place a vet clinic and a dog park. And today we are building a dog park because all other builds are finished already. So I think that it's like some kind of a celebration milestone for me because I've finished the first neighborhood of Newcrest. Finally, I'm happy for that because now I have like a whole neighborhood already. And I was really glad when I finished that, and I was really excited to build this dog park because I've never built a park before. So this is actually my first experience, so enjoy with me. And I was struggling in here because I didn't know at all what I wanted to do in here. I knew for sure that I wanted to have like a wraparound walkway all the way around the park, and you have seen that I've started this build with the walkway like that. And that is because I just thought that in real life, in the parks, maybe you usually have like some kind of pathways all the way around, and there is usually some kind of a main pathway where everybody's supposed to walk maybe, and there are like some minor, like not that important pathways all the way around, like in the middle of the park, and I decided to embrace it in here. So we have like a main pathway all the way around the whole park, and we will have a lot of tiny little pathways everywhere else. And I know that this lot is not that big to make like that many of pathways, but I think that I managed that well, and I think that I will show that to you in the very end how I managed to do that. But in here we have like this whole wraparound pathway which goes like right through this building we have, and not like through the building, but through some kind of a patio from which you can access toilets. And in the toilets I decided to place like toilet stalls, not like separated toilet rooms and not like the ready toilet. I just thought that maybe placing like a ready toilet, like the one that you just place outside and it's completely functional and everybody's gonna use that and not get embarrassed, it's a little bit boring, and I don't like placing toilets like that because my sims get upset when they use that. So I decided to place here like a finished complete toilet where I decided to make everything like custom. So in here we have 4 toilet stalls. One of them is not functional, and I decided to make that so because in every single public toilet I've been to, there is usually that one stall where a keeper, like the person who cleans the whole toilet or who maintains it all, keeps all of their stuff. So there are like brooms, there is like some washing chemicals and stuff like that. And I decided to make it grass. So in here we have this like floor stain that came with Stranger Wheel, so it looks as if something was spilled in that toilet. But also we have there's all of the utilities you need to maintain the toilet like in real life. Of course not in the Sims. You don't need to maintain the toilet in the Sims. And for the toilet, I decided to place there a cat litter box just in case you want to bring your cat with you. And I just thought that that's gonna be like a cute touch for the toilet. I don't know why I decided to place a cat litter box in a dog park. But maybe you did not read like properly that it is a dog park and you decided to bring a cat with you. Like who knows? And I decided to make a cat litter box fun. So there we have a rooster picture because I just like that. I just think that it is fun. Like cat can enjoy looking at roosters while pooping. Like who knows? Cats can be fun. So that's what I decided to do in here. And as for the toilet back to there, I decided to place there like some kind of a green nook with a big mirror. And I know that that must be a weird touch, but I just thought that I know a lot of people who like to take picture of themselves in public toilets. So that is the spot for them. So I decided to place it in here anyway. And I know that it might look weird, but I just think that it's funny. So I decided to place it in here anyway. let us go out from the toilet because we have the whole other park to discuss. So in this park, this like wrap around walkway, I decided maybe it's like a jogging spot in case you maybe just came to that park and you want to jog around. And in here you can walk your dog if you want to. And I decided to place some dog fun stuff where you can train your dogs. Like we have these hoops, we have all of these like tiny tunnels for the dog and all other stuff, fun stuff for the dog. So you can train your dog in this park if you really want to. And that is like literally the purpose of this park. It's a dog park after all, so that is why I decided to place it here. And as it is a park, not just a dog park, it is a park because in The Sims, I don't know, maybe I'm stupid, but I did not find like a dog park lot category, so it's just a park where you can bring your dog. So in here we will have tons of chess tables. In here we have playground equipment for the kids. So as you have seen, I decided to play there that pirate ship, and I think that that's also quite fun. So you can walk your dog and you can walk your kids. I know that it sounds kind of wrong, but all of them need some fun in their life. So that is why I decided to place something here. And I decided to place a lot of like park decor around. So we have some signs that tell you what you're supposed to do around here. We tell you that hey, you're in the park, like you're in the park. Like I know a lot of parks which are like well maintained, they have stuff like that around in them. So that is why I decided to place stuff like that. And I thought that I could have placed here maybe some kind of food stall, but I decided not to. I just thought that maybe it's going to be a little bit too extra. We already have a grill in here, we already have a fully functional toilet and a huge area where you can sit, eat, and enjoy and talk to people. So I thought that that's fine. And maybe if I'm gonna play with this park, I might switch one, at least one of the chess tables, maybe with the cards table or one of the dining table with the table like that, because it is also fun to play some stuff like that when you're outside, when you're in the park. Maybe you bring all of your family into the park, and one part of the family is gonna play with the dog, other part is gonna play the chess, and maybe somebody else is gonna maybe, I don't know, play with some puzzles. Like it's all fun and everybody has stuff to do in here. So I thought that that is quite a useful park. And from this park, I decided to add like some extra stuff. Like we are gonna have here a couple of woohoo bushes. And I thought that maybe I should make here a pond, but then I thought against that. So I decided to place here a dumpster. And I decided against the pond because we literally have a pond like outside this park. I just make like an exit from the park toward the pond. So if you want to go and fish, you can come to this park and go to the pond next door. So that's all good, I think. That's all fun, I suppose. And I decided not to make this park like looking a bit too formal because in the vet clinic next door we literally have like some kind of a tiny square where we have a fountain, where we have some benches, where you can sit and just maybe read a book if you want to. So I thought that I want to make this whole park look like explosion of all the bushes, of like millions of trees, a lot of flowers and stuff like that. I just thought that I want to make this park like a bright and beautiful summer spot to hang out in here. So I hope that I managed that well. But I hope so. I'm not really not sure because I'm always not sure how well I managed to make the build because I always feel a bit self-conscious about the builds I make because sometimes I feel like I overdo that, like especially with landscaping, because with landscaping I cannot stop. When I start placing bushes, it's literally like, oh, it's gonna be everywhere. This place is gonna be unwalkable. I believe that I overdo that all the time, but with some fun stuff, I always feel like I undo that. So in here now that when I am recording a voiceover, when this build is already on my gallery, I think that, oh, maybe I should have placed a couple of card tables. Maybe I should have done this thing differently. But I already did make this build. It's already on the gallery. It's already out there to download for everybody. And here I am telling you, like, I might have done that differently. So I always feel a bit self-conscious about the builds I make. So don't judge too much because I think that this one turned okay. I would not say that it is perfect, but I hope that you will consider it a good park. So I hope that you will enjoy playing in here. And now, when I'm almost finished all of the landscaping, when I did place here all of the stuff for your Sims to like functional stuff, like we already have everything we need for the park, I'm starting out with some terrain paint. And I should tell you that all the rest of this speed build is gonna be terrain paint placement because as it is the park, we have a lot of open grass area. Terrain paint took me so much time. It literally took me like half the build to make only the terrain paint. And part of that was making tiny pathway in this like dog playground area. And that is because at first I did not know what I'm gonna do in here. But then I thought I'm supposed to make it as if dogs were like literally running around in here because I tried to make this whole playground area kind of circles as if like you're playing with your dog and you go from one spot to another one to the next one to the next one to the next one and you're kind of training your dog to do all of this stuff at once. But in the same time I had to kind of connect all of this area with like human pathways. And now that I think of it, maybe it's kind of a flop on my side that I did not make any kind of like human pathways like alongside of these dog pathways. But I think that that's okay. Like we not need human pathways. Maybe dogs run there all by themselves. Like who knows? So terrain paint took me here quite a long time because sometimes I just think that it looks a bit like too well made or maybe a bit too sharp somewhere. So I had to do that and redo that, do that and redo that, do that and redo that again. But of the terrain paint, the only thing I literally knew is that I'm gonna use dirt where there are like secondary pathways and some like tiny gravel stones. But I knew that for kids playground I'm gonna use sand, and I did that. And I had really hard time kind of matching this sand with this dirt because I felt that it looks dirty, however weird it sounds. But I just try to make it look okay, and I hope that I managed that well. But I still feel a little bit like self-conscious about the fact how I made this whole terrain paint because, as I said, I usually not make like builds like this kind of builds like parks. I know that I've built a graveyard maybe a couple of weeks, like some, maybe a month ago, and it required a lot of tear and paint there as well. But it somehow it was a little bit more easy for me than this park. I don't know. But this park turned out to be quite a difficult build for me to make, but I still think that this whole park turned out to be quite a nice area for you to hang out, maybe to spend some time with your dogs, to go for a walk with your kids, at least in real life. I would have enjoyed this park to visit. Like maybe I do not have a dog, but I can go in here and watch somebody who's gonna train their dog. Somebody's gonna say that it's a little bit creepy, but I would say that I'm not like glaring at the dogs. I'm minding my own business, but maybe I'm just gonna throw a glimpse or two towards the dog. And as I'm finishing this build, I think that I'm gonna skip back into the game and show you what we have as a final product. And please do not judge me really hard. It is the first park I've built ever so far. So let us go to the game. Alright, so here we are in our dog park. I know that that's a lot of trees and it looks like a little bit too much, but I think that it looks kind of realistic that we have this many greenery all the way around. And I decided not to go for like too many types of greenery. I decided that I'm gonna go for like maybe 2 or 3 or 4 types. Of course, we have a lot of different kinds of tree, like we have a couple of these, a couple of these and stuff like that, but we have a lot of kinds of trees. But let us go to the park. So in this park we have a couple of signs on all the entrances, all of the main entrances, like so that you know where you're going. I decided to place here some bushes so that we kind of match the area around. I decided not to place these colorful flowers. I decided to go mainly these white ones, these daisies, I think. Yes, these are daisies. And I thought that I'm gonna place here some color with these lamps because you see we have some different lights in these lamps. And now let us go, I think, to the park itself. So we have this pathway, and I was imagining maybe, if you're gonna go for a jog, you could have run around here, or maybe you enter through here and you want to go to this like area, you can go through here, or you can go through here all the way to through this main pathway. And I decided that maybe this park is well maintained, so we have a dumpster in here, and I decided to kind of cover the dumpster area. I just like doing it that way, and I did not make anything special for dumpster area because I just thought that I don't want to overclutter that area. It's here only for you to be able to woohoo in here, as well as these woohoo bushes. And I decided to make like a tiny pathways toward these bushes. And as you see, it connects to all of the bushes, so you can go and woohoo in this park. And as for this park, also I decided to place here like a lot of different chess tables. No different, they are all the same, but we have a chess table outside, we have several ones on the inside. I decided to place a lamp over every single table inside in here, and we have one more chess table hidden here under the trees. I just thought that it's like a really nice and cute nook to place a chess table. And as for the dog park area, you might think that, oh, you messed up the terrain paint. Why do we have all of this dirt over our pathways? And that is, I was imagining, this is like a pathway that was made when this park was built. And this dirt is that dirt that dogs were dragging with their feet over on this pathway while they were running around on this circle. I know that it's not like really visible because of these trees, and I think that I'm gonna move it while I'm showing that to you, but that's what I was imagining. Like we have a pathway all the way around here, and I was imagining as if dogs were just able to run around here. I'm gonna bring the tree back. And we have some bird houses. We have a couple of bird feeders, so you can watch the birds in here. I just thought that it's gonna be like a nice touch, and dogs and cats really love watching the birds. My sister, she has a cat, and her cat literally gets crazy when she sees a bird through the window. So I just thought that, oh, that's gonna be a really nice and cute touch for us to have in here. And yes, we have a kids playground equipment. So this is tiny playground, and I just did place it in here. First of all, because it's a lot requirement, so that is why I had to do that. But second of all, I decided to place it in here because it kind of adds some interest to the exterior of the park. And as I described to you the majority of our exterior, I think let us go inside. So this is our building. Here we have some solar panels. I decided to remove these wind turbines we had because they are not that necessary. I decided to place here some ventilation just for the bathrooms because we have bathrooms in here downstairs. That is why it's here. And as for the bathrooms, here is our entrance, and in here we have a couple of feeding bowls, so you can feed your pets as well as yourself. And to the bathroom. In here we have a couple of sinks, one big mirror for both of them, some kind of a hand sanitizer, some paper towels, a fun flower in here. I just thought that it's a nice touch. And I had to place here a trash can because in real life, if you wipe your hands with paper towels, you need somewhere to throw them away. In here we have that fun cat toilet with a rooster, and also in here we have like a photo area, I would say. I know that it's a weird photo area, but at least you have a spot to take a picture of yourself, like if you really want to. And let us go to one of our toilets. They are all actually pretty much the same, mostly. Like we have paper towels in here, we have hand sanitizer, the same flowers. In here we have the same tall mirrors, and we have a couple of stalls, and in the stalls I decided to place here like additional stuff like toilet paper. I know that this is supposed to be maybe a toilet paper, but I decided to place additional ones. And in here we have a couple of paintings as if this is like, a fancy toilet maybe of sorts, and that is why we have these fancy tiles everywhere. But as we go in here, here starts the fun. And this is like a storage stall, I would say, because in real life I've seen stalls like that all the time, literally everywhere. It's gonna be like a nice touch for the toilet like that, because I think that 3 stalls are more than enough. You do not need more in the public toilet in The Sims. So the 4th stall can look fun. And yeah, if you do not have laundry, if you do not have maybe everyday or bathroom plunger kit, you won't have some of this stuff. And if you do not have horse wrench, you won't have this one. So you won't struggle a lot if you do not have these packs. And if you do not own Strangeville, you will just not have these water puddles and this lamp. So yes, I have used here a lot of packs and I'm warning you about that right now. Like not warning, actually telling you like as a fact. And I'm gonna tell you, and if I'm telling you that I have a lot of packs in here, I mean that. Like you see, that's a lot. And I think that if you not own like maybe one or two of these packs, you will not lose that much because it's still gonna look okay. And that is pretty much the bill. And I would say that that is pretty much the neighborhood. Like as you see, we have here a couple of starter homes. And in here we have our 40K house. In here we have a vet clinic, which looks literally like a house that was maybe expanded to a vet clinic with a tiny square, as I said before. And also in here we have these park. So this is a completely functional neighborhood and it kind of blends in with the environment, I would say, except for the fact that I do not see any areas where we have as many trees as in this park. And do not worry, these trees hide when you play because when you zoom in, they are literally like hiding. So you will not struggle that much with not seeing anything at all. You will see stuff in here, do not worry about that. And as I was saying that, I should also tell you that this build is already on my gallery. My gallery name is Globeron, just like my YouTube name. And in there, it is called Midtown Meadows Dog Park. So you can download that if you really want to. And I should tell you that this must be thank you all for watching. And if you like videos like that, you can subscribe to my channel. And this must be a goodbye.